Hello, welcome to Frank's School. 151st day, first video. This is Loving German Grammar. The 14th in this series. Yesterday I had the wrong number on the board. I had 12 on the board. It was 13. It was 13. Maybe that number 13 was unlucky. I was making so many mistakes. I wasn't as prepared maybe as I should have been, and I was kind of in a hurry. So I'm sorry about those mistakes. When I look back at it, wird, he will sing. Wird. It's spelled with a D. Now it has that sound of T, at least to an English speaker's ear. And hat it gesungen. He had. There's the past tense of hat it gesungen. Yeah. Hat gesungen. Hat gesungen. Is right. Hat gesungen. I think that was right. I do much better to stick to the story because that's not my German. Werden, the verb werden means by itself means to become. I treated it as as a helping verb to give the future tense. So if you want to say I will become, it's ich werde werden. I will become. And I could have pointed that out. All right, well, this will be easier today and probably quicker. The next story, the next sentence in the story goes like this. Der Königstochter folgte ihr mit den Augen nach. Ihr is we would translate it as she. That's the ball. She, remember the ball, die Kugel is feminine, and she followed it. Well, we'd say it in English, with the eyes after. Let me read it all. Aber die Kugel verschwand, und der Brunnen war tief, so tief, dass man keinen Grund sah. The king's daughter followed her with the eyes after, but the ball disappeared, and the well was deep, so deep that that would be like one couldn't see, one, not the number one, but that's a pronoun which some people don't use very much, but one no ground saw. I'm not going to put that into normal English because you ought to be able to understand that, I think. Let me show you some things, though. Die Königstochter folgte, there's the past tense. This is a regular verb. Folgen, to follow. Folgte, if it were the past participle, it would be gefolgten. Followed her. But notice this is a dative case. It's not that she didn't follow sie. That would be accusative case. But followed the dative case, ihr. Some verbs take dative. And that's what's going on here. The verb to help, for example, if I help you, ich helfe dir. I don't say ich helfe dich. Now love takes accusative, ich liebe dich, but ich helfe dir. You have to learn it and get used to it. So some verbs take the dative, some take the accusative. Most take the accusative. With the eyes, now there's a preposition, and prepositions, in case I haven't said it yet, some take the dative and some take the accusative. This is the dative. If I say with me, I'm going to say mit mir. Mit mir. Trinken Sie Bier, trinken Sie Bier, trinken Sie Bier, schlafst du mit mir? Mit mir. Trinken Sie Wein, trinken Sie Wein, trinken Sie Wein, schlafst du allein. That was a little memory, or thing I memorized. If you drink beer, you sleep with me. If you drink wine, you're sleeping alone. Mit mir. But if it were für, which we haven't come to yet, that means for. It wouldn't. Then it's für mich. So here are two prepositions. This one we've just run into. This one we haven't. But you have to learn them. Some take dative. Some take accusative, and I just run in my mind mir and mich, to see, well, which one sounds right, if I have any doubt, which I often do. But mit den Augen nach. If it were für, it would be für die Augen, because it's plural. Nach means after. It's a preposition, after. Well, it's a preposition. It can also be a subordinating conjunction, I think. Anyway, it means after. But notice it's separated. Here we've got what's called a separable preposition. Nach folgen, or folgen nach, followed after. I'm just not sure if. Once again, I'm getting into German grammar. I'm not a German teacher. I just love German grammar, and that's what I'm trying to teach. But anyway, followed after it. I guess that I don't think that's ever joined to the verb itself. Although some we'll come to some that are. Aber die Kugel verschwand. It disappeared. Now this is a strong verb. This is verschwinden, is to disappear. But when it went into the past, it mutated. Verschwand. This prefix ver. There are certain prefixes in German that have predictable meaning, and they're different. They're different from the ones that come from Latin and Greek. I mean, English is full of prefixes. And many of them work their way into German as well, but there's some other ones in German, and they're precious to me. They're there. We don't use them in English. If you go crazy, if you're crazy, you're verrucht. So what does verschwand and verrucht have? What does ver, the prefix, mean? Aha. Later I'll maybe talk about that. Ser is one that has some kind of a meaning like everything's gone, like if something is zerstört, it's destroyed, it's disturbed into pieces. But we haven't had that yet, but it's one that's going to be coming. Unter Brunnen war tief. If you had any doubts about the gender of Brunnen, well, here it's the subject, so you can see it's masculine. War tief. So tief, dass man. Now there's that function word that sets up a relative clause or a subordinate clause. Das man keinen Grund sah. And here we've got the verb at the end, not here, not das man sah keinen Grund. That's what we would say in English. Or if it were simply a sentence by itself, man sah keinen Grund. But since it's subordinate now the verb is thrown to the end. Okay. Getting a little erratic here, I suppose. I'm also kind of running out of time. I'm going to be traveling here in about 4 days, maybe through Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today's Friday, 3 days, and then I'm on my way. I might teach the day I travel, maybe. Tuesday. Okay, see you next time.